Hi there, welcome to Jackie Talks Horror. I'm Jackie, and today I'm really excited to be reviewing another film that I adore and consider such a hidden gem, The Love Witch from 2016, directed by Annabella. This wasn't even on my radar initially. I just saw the thumbnail for it on Tubi and thought it looked so colourful and fun, so I clicked play, and I'm so glad I did. It's a true tribute to 60s and 70s film, but set in modern times. Every detail is carefully crafted, creating a kaleidoscope of vibrant colours that captivate the eye. The cinematography and atmosphere completely draw you in, immersing you in a hypnotic world. This is one of the films that leaves me breathless with its stunning visual aesthetic. So let's jump in and talk about the main characters. There are a fair few characters in this film, but the main ones are Elaine Parks, the Love Witch herself, played by Samantha Robinson. I've previously seen Samantha as Princess X in Cannes and as Abigail in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Samantha plays Elaine as the perfect male fantasy. Elaine is extremely self-absorbed and is a white witch and an artist. Next we have Trish Manning, played by Laura Waddell. Now she represents the more feminist mindset, is married to Richard, played by Robert Seeley. Richard is a good man, and their dynamic adds complexity to the film, with Trish's more evolved worldview often at odds with Elaine's obsession with romantic idealism and the role she believes men and women should play. Next, we have Wayne Peters, played by Jeffrey Vincent Parise. Wayne is a teacher and embodies the archetype of the charming intellectual, and he is drawn to Elaine's beauty and mysterious allure. Despite his confident exterior, Wayne is emotionally fragile and becomes overwhelmed by the intensity of Elaine's love spell. Then we have Griff Meadows, played by Guian Keys. Griff is a man so confident and unapologetically masculine, in a Mad Men way, that he remains immune to her spells. There are a couple of other characters that play fairly sizable roles, such as the leader of a coven, Barbara and Gahan, and these are the friends that brought her into Wicca. But the main story revolves more tightly around Elaine's encounters with the central characters. So now we get to the plot. Recently widowed young witch Elaine Parks relocates to Arcata, California, a town that in the film apparently openly tolerates witchcraft. Elaine is a stunning temptress who uses her irresistible charm and magic to lure men, tapping into their deepest desires. These men aren't inherently bad, they simply fall victim to her seductive spell. The story raises provocative questions such as, is Trish the feminist ideal, who seeks equality and authenticity in relationships, more evolved than Elaine, who embodies the more traditional wife mindset? Elaine believes in giving men exactly what they want, surrendering herself sexually to keep them satisfied. In contrast, Trish argues that men should love women for who they are. Okay, so let's talk about the pacing. The first half unfolds slowly, gradually building tension as several decent men fall hopelessly in love with Elaine. The tragic irony here lies in her failure to fully understand the destructive power of her allure. In the second half, the story shifts when she meets Griff. Their dynamic introduces a compelling new layer to the story, propelling it into a more engaging territory. At a runtime of around 2 hours, though, it could be argued that the film feels a little bit overlong. Now, a note on the director's vision and production. The Love Witch is a true labour of love, written, directed, produced, edited and composed by Annabella in 2016. Her distinct vision and emphasis on the female gaze shines through every frame. Working with a modest budget of $200,000, probably primarily spent on film stock, era-authentic settings and costume. In fact, Billa personally crafted many props when she couldn't find suitable pieces. Most notably, she spent 6 months creating the pentagram rug from scratch. The film captures the theatrical acting style of 1960s television, reminiscent of shows like I Dream of Jeannie, but transplanted into a modern setting. To maintain authenticity, Billa incorporated real Wiccan spells into the theme's portrayal of witchcraft. Working with cinematographer M. David Mullen, who's an expert in period cinematography, Biller achieved the film's distinct look using 1960s-era film stock cameras and lighting techniques. The result masterfully blends 1960s masculinity with 1970s romanticism, creating a visual feast of folklore and ritual imagery. Now, without going into spoilers, I'm going to mention a few scenes and moments that to me are an example of why I love this film so much. But if you wish to skip ahead to the next section, because you've not watched the film yet and you're worried about spoilers, please do so. So the first scene I want to mention is a scene near the beginning at a Victoriana tea shop. It's a spectacle of refined elegance and vintage charm. The atmosphere exudes a meticulously crafted sense of high-class tradition, with women in elaborate Victoriana-inspired dresses adorned with lace high collars and delicate brooches. Gentlemen in tailored waistcoats add to the aristocratic ambience. You can almost smell the aroma of freshly brewed tea. The scene feels almost theatrical, a whimsical romanticised version of traditional femininity and social etiquette. Beneath the surface charm, however, there's an undercurrent of tension as Elaine's enchanting and provocative persona subtly disrupts the rigid decorum of the setting, foreshadowing the intrigue and complexities yet to come. Another striking moment is that when Elaine is out with Griff on horseback, they come across a midsummer solstice festival. It also happens to be Elaine's coven. We never get to know if that was deliberate or not from her part. The scene, though, is a vibrant carnival-like spectacle, infused with the wild, unrestrained energy of her coven. The festival goers persuade Elaine and Griff to hold a celebration of their love, and as the ritual unfolds, Elaine is deeply immersed in the enchantment of the moment, believing that this symbolic union will fulfill her deepest desires for love and devotion. Her heart brims with hope, viewing the ceremony as a culmination of her quest for genuine affection. In contrast, Griff remains emotionally detached. He does not share Elaine's romanticised view of the ceremony and feels no profound connection or realisation during the event. His indifference stands in stark contrast to hers as it changes to an internal dialogue of the two, highlighting the disparity between Elaine's expectations and Griff's actual feelings. So the final scene of note to me is near the end, when Trish is trying on Elaine's makeup, wig and clothes. I love this scene because it visually plays out what Trish was saying to Elaine earlier at the cafe, and that the tables are turned, and now that she is the jealous one. Visually, the transformation is striking, highlighting how much influence simple changes in appearance, makeup, hair and clothing can have on perception. Yet, despite this external change, Trish's inner problems remain unchanged. The glamorous facade does nothing to lift her spirits or ease her feelings of jealousy and inadequacy, and she realises this before long. Trish's actions demonstrate that even those who criticise traditional ideas of femininity can be seduced by the power, making this scene a brilliant commentary on the conflicting pressures and expectations surrounding women. Okay, and now to the ratings. For special effects, cinematography and gore, this film gets 5 out of 5. The film isn't particularly gory, but it features several murders, frequent nudity, and multiple scenes of sex seduction and wicked coven practices. However, some of the scenes, the tea shop and the Midsummer Festival in particular, are exceptionally beautiful, and in general, this film is a joy to watch. As a technical masterpiece, The Love Witch maintains a distinctive tone that shifts seamlessly between themes of dominance and submission. This careful balance between fantasy and reality creates a truly unique viewing experience. For characters, I give the film 4.5 out of 5. The main characters are well written and the acting is solid across the board once you understand that the acting style is a deliberate choice. However, some supporting characters, whilst well acted and entertaining, feel underdeveloped and unnecessary. For enjoyment and rewatch value, the film gets 4 out of 5. Though its runtime of 2 hours and stylised 60s acting may not suit every viewing mood, I do return to it for its stunning visuals. And for a personal score, this is a 4.5 out of 5-star film. This film, feminist or not, is certainly ultra-feminine. It's a woman's film, a woman's idea, and it shows. I thoroughly enjoy this movie, and it's one of my go-to choices whenever I'm craving something different that is just overwhelmingly beautiful and a joy to watch. So that's it for this review. The Love Witch is a must-watch for fans of retro cinema, vintage aesthetics, and lovers of camp and cult films. Have you seen The Love Witch? Have you seen anything else directed by Annabella? Or anything else that Samantha Robinson's been in? Do leave your comments below, but please remember to be respectful, and remember this is only my opinion of the film. It would be a boring world if we all like the same things. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more horror content. You won't want to miss what's coming next on this channel. This is Jackie signing off. Take care and see you next time.